This is an update on my video of March 21, 2022 concerning my experiments with knee joint health and bone health in general that enabled me to start jogging once again. I also offer advice to athletes which may enable them to enhance their performance. Hello friends, this is Unmasked Truth with Harmanjit Saini, where I provide unique analysis of world events based on the unmasked truth that after surrender, Germany continued World War II clandestinely and became a killing machine. I also provide true news that you will find nowhere else. In my video of March 21, 2022, I shared my experiences on my journey to regaining knee joint health. About 2.5 years ago, I had lost the ability to walk even half a mile on concrete or asphalt with leather shoes as bones in my knee joints would grind. It was painful. I felt that besides old age, being nearly 72 years old now, my condition had something to do with not being able to eat whole wheat products, as all whole wheat products I could obtain in the United States were at that time adulterated with glue-like substances which caused a great deal of pain to digest. So I had given up whole wheat and other whole grains except whole grain oats, which was the only unadulterated whole grain available to me. This also illustrates the reach of German masqueraders, who are people of German ancestry living in white countries, their ability to make sure that only adulterated and contaminated food is available to me. However, when I was able to obtain whole wheat bread and other products again and started eating them, I was able to jog again, build up the distance slowly. On March 21, 2022, I reported that I had been able to jog 3/4 of a mile. Actually, it was only half a mile as I had measured the distance incorrectly. That I had been able to jog 3/4 of a mile 3 times a week while doing 70 to 75 push ups and other freehand exercises the other 3 days of the week. In addition, I also walk about a mile to mile and a half every day. I slowly increased my jogging till I reached the distance of 1.33 miles. Then I had a setback because my muscles and ankles started paining and felt weak so much that I had to give up jogging altogether for 3 to 4 weeks. I had to restart slowly with about 400 meters and increase it again gradually. I was able to increase the distance to 2 miles when I suffered another setback. My legs and ankles started paining again. I had to give up jogging again for about 3 weeks. I decided to analyze the changes I had made in my daily food and drink intake. I realized that I had started drinking beer once again in moderation. I had known that beer leaches calcium from the bones to help neutralize the acid in beer, but did not think it would affect my jogging much if I kept the drinking to one or two 12-ounce cans of beer about 2 to 3 times a week. I decided then to give up drinking beer and started jogging again slowly. I am now happy to report that I have been able to increase my jogging distance to 2.5 miles 2 times a week and about 1.75 miles one day in the week, and still do other freehand exercises for about 30 minutes, including 70 to 75 push ups in the other 3 days of the week. I may increase the distance for my jogs further very slowly, though a couple of times I've already done 2.75 miles. But I will stop increases when my body gives me signals that I'm over exercising by feeling tired and lethargic during the day. I attribute this accomplishments to being able to eat whole wheat products. I also take some joint and bone health supplements. I buy non-GMO or non-genetically modified organism, non-GMO organic whole wheat as much as possible, and also organic other whole grains. However, I would like to caution about eating too much wheat products. Wheat contains a great deal of gluten, which is responsible for helping joint health. However, if too much gluten is consumed, It will stick in the digestive system and will be hard to digest. It is so sticky that in India, wheat is used to create glue, which is used for book binding. If too much gluten is consumed, it can cause digestive problems for some people. Therefore, one has to experiment with the amount of wheat products one's digestive system can safely handle. I eat other whole grains also, such as rice, oats, millet, barley, amaranth, and quinoa, which contain less gluten. In addition to whole wheat products, the vitamins and supplements I take for joint health have already been described in my March 21, 2022 video, but let me repeat those for you. I take calcium supplements, 2 tabs, about 600 milligrams daily, with vitamin D3 and minerals. I also take an additional 500 international units of vitamin D3 and sunbathe occasionally. I take 200 milligram hyaluronic acid capsules, then joint supplements in the form of glucosamine and MSM. Generally, chondroitin is added to the supplement, but it is sourced from shellfish, which I do not touch for religious reasons. But one time inadvertently, I took a few capsules with all three, that is, glucosamine, MSM, and chondroitin in them, not realizing that chondroitin was sourced from shellfish. It was very effective for joint health. However, in all good conscience, I must state that I will never use any product containing shellfish and got rid of those tablets immediately. I now stick to only glucosamine and MSM. For those in the United States, I don't mind sharing my brand and source of vitamins and supplements. After many years of buying supplements from other vendors, about a year or so ago, I settled for Now Foods brand vitamins and supplements. I try Walmart.com, Amazon.com, and other sellers also to get the lowest price for Now Foods products. But I find that I am buying almost all of my new Now Foods supplements from www.swansonvitamins.com. Besides their prices being competitive with Walmart, Amazon, and the others, they offer an additional 10 to 20% discount. Then they have special deals like $20 off an order of 75, etc., for frequent buyers. In fact, I buy my whole grains also from Swanson Vitamins. Uh, find the source that works best for you. Now, on Super Bowl day, that is American Football Championship game on February 12, 2023, I had decided to celebrate differently and had two 12-ounce cans of beer. I thought 2 cans of beer after many months would not hurt, but the effect was immediate. After a couple of days, my legs and ankles started paining and I started feeling weak again while jogging. The weakness lasted nearly 10 days. For those 10 days, I did not touch beer and the weakness ended. I decided to have one more 12-ounce can instead of 2 cans after 10 days in order to finish the beer I already have. Again, the effect was almost immediate, though the pain was less because I had only one 12-ounce can instead of two. It lasted about a week. I noticed that walking was not affected, but more stress on the muscle, joints, and bones due to jogging led to pain and weakness. The conclusion I have drawn is that beer leaches too much calcium from the bones, tendons, and ligaments to neutralize the acidity in beer to help digest it, leading to weakness and decrease in bone density. I can have wine to digest my food, particularly the meats, but it does not leach as much calcium as compared to beer and hard liquors. But too much wine can also adversely affect bone and joint health. There might be a lesson in it for athletes based on this finding, particularly for physical contact sports like American football and basketball, which require a great deal of ankle strength. Younger, fit bodies with good digestive systems can replace the calcium in the bodies quickly that may be leached by having beer or hard liquors. But having a six-pack of beer or 3 to 4 drinks almost every day will likely reduce bone density, which will definitely adversely affect athletic performance. Perhaps a 200-pound athlete may have a couple of 12-ounce beers occasionally, but based on my experience, having a six-pack of beer or 3 to 4 drinks of hard liquor frequently will affect bone density, joint and ankle strength, and is likely to reduce athletic performance. Having wine in moderation instead will likely not affect bone and joint health. Again, I am not a doctor, but experimenting with the advice of a doctor cannot cause any harm. I am sure they do measure bone density for athletes. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please continue to watch my videos and read my articles on important world events, World War III watch, politics, international business, advice on health and medical problems, and much more for in-depth and insightful analysis. Please also subscribe to my YouTube and Facebook channels, Unmasked Truth with Harmanjit Saini, to view and get information on the latest videos.